Welcome to the 24th episode of the Sketchbook Heroes, where we talk about getting shit done.
Getting it done, son.
With me, Ilias.
And me, Teenage Mutant Ninja Robert.
I like it.
I felt like I was 14 again.
Nice.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Robert.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So that's what we'll be talking about today.
Yes.
So before we do anything, actually, let's just roll the awesome intro by Sebastian. Intro. Hey, I have nothing. So, that was lame.
That was good.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
And we're back.
Yes, we're back.
Yes. Yeah.
So, how was your weekend, dude? Congratulations on your 10-year anniversary
thingy. Thank you.
Or you're welcome, I mean.
Yes, sure. For forcing me out that day. Yeah.
It's not easy, people. Any guys who know Ilias now, you know how easy it is to get him to start drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't
right.
had anything to drink in 4 or 5 years.
That's
Or haven't been drunk.
I don't know. I feel like you should celebrate, but it's just sad news for me.
No.
No.
No. You don't get guns like these by drinking.
Well, it depends on what you drink. You drink steroids.
Yeah, sure. I'll just drink my steroids.
Yes. But that's
So, dude,
awesome.
How was yours?
Oh, it was hectic. Yes. I told you the long story.
Mm-hmm. It's not podcast friendly.
No, not really. I mean, we are explicit, but not that explicit, I think. No, it was amazing. I had the best weekend ever. Great friends, great parties. Really just trying to live life to its fullest right now.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine.
I'm still recuperating. That's why I'm sitting down. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be alive at this moment.
Oh.
Maybe not later.
That'll give you some insight on what Robert did this weekend.
Yes.
I asked you a question earlier today, and I think we can just dive into the questions.
Yeah.
And take it from there.
Go.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Easy.
Since we're doing a live stream thing now via Instagram, feel free to ask questions as we go along, and we'll try to include them or incorporate them where we find the time.
Yeah.
So a really good question today was from Vinehouse asking, I find myself now focused and having no drive constantly. Instead of sitting to draw, I watch Netflix or play video games. Almost as if I'm avoiding drawing on purpose. So what's with that? Also, when I do finally sit to draw, I just have no idea what to draw. And, so on. And he's dissatisfied with his work and feels that that's draining him as well. Or her. I don't know.
We're not talking about the work that he creates drawing.
No. It's his everyday 9 to 5. Yeah. It's not art related. It's not a creative job.
No, but I totally get that too.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that shit can be really fucking draining. We've talked about this many times. I think for me, it works the other way around. Mm-hmm. Like if I have a really boring job, I'm gonna be super fueled and stoked to come home and draw.
Same here.
So that's how we work.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vine, we just shot you down. Next question. No,
but we totally understand you, and
yeah,
I would say that you have to make time for drawing. Like we've talked about this before. I think we're going to cover it a bit more later, but make time in your calendar. Make it an official drawing time.
Yeah.
And we've said this a lot of times, but if you don't know what to draw, then you should always aim to do studies. Go back to that.
Yeah.
It's very sort of like, I'm really bad at cars. There you
Then
go.
learn how to draw them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're really bad at horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you should
Let's
draw
not even
horses,
talk
you know,
about
like,
that.
or you should aim your drawings towards, like, if you want to become an animator, then do animator shit. If you want to become like a storyboard artist for pornos, then do that. You know, like, I mean, just be specific. Good business.
Yeah.
They're driving everything forward. You have the porn industry to thank for Netflix. So
And many other things. Yes.
what I'm saying is, yeah, be specific with what you draw. If you don't know what to draw, then just draw whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy for us to say this, obviously, because I'm sort of in a rut myself right now. But it's the other way around from, what was his name? Chris? Or Vine?
This one was Vine. Oh,
Chris,
shit.
Chris
sorry,
Vine?
dude. No,
Vine Chris?
just Vine.
Vine something.
Vine Yard 15, I think.
Okay.
Vine House 15.
Vine
sorry.
House.
Yeah, I had to unlock it. God damn it.
But now, because now I have such a creative job, so every day I create stuff and I keep busy, like I draw every day all the time. So when I come home now, it's sort of the other way around. Like I feel drained and I don't want to draw that much, so I prefer just to like Netflix and chill. But I have promised myself that I need to stop it and just get back to business. Because seriously, I mean, back when I was really on top of my game drawing, I could punch out a full rendered portrait within like 20 minutes, half an hour. I can spare 20 minutes to half an hour every day to draw a portrait. Easy. I need to get back into it. So, with that said, that's a promise from your old buddy Rob. I'm going to be drawing more. So, to you guys also listening, I will be drawing more shit. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I guess that concludes Vinehouse 15's question.
I guess. I mean, to sum it up, I mean, it's okay to have a runt or a rut.
Yeah, exactly. I had one more tip for him.
Yeah, go.
If you find that your job sucks dicks, then just sort of, find out what the minimum, what is the least amount of hours you need to spend at your job to be able to make your expenses plus a little more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then go cut back on time if that's an option, or switch jobs, and work the amount of time that you need and a little more, and then spend the other time drawing.
Yeah. Or quit your job and get something that you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
If you really hate your job, I wouldn't recommend you staying.
It's not that easy, though. You don't just quit your job and get what you like. But I would say get something that doesn't suck the living jeebus out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At least start looking, because I think that could help you get fueled and get more inspiration too. So
work towards the place you want to be. You might not get there today or tomorrow, but eventually you will end up doing what you want if you want it bad enough. You know.
Yeah.
So just pull back on time, switch jobs to something that doesn't feel like a pain. Do it just as much as you need to until you get the job that you want.
Yes.
And then draw, studies. Become better at what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've been saying that so many times.
Yeah.
I never do it myself because I'm a lazy fuck.
Yeah, but it is valid.
It is. But that's the thing. Like we have the choice to be lazy because we have accomplished sort of what we want.
Well, parts of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're not stuck with a job that we really resent because we've done that shit. We've gone that way. So now we can afford to be lazy when we come home. Well, I can. Ilias has 2 kids. A whole other 9-to-5 type of job at home. So, yeah. But I am lazy. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but it's. I think we'll leave it at that. There are options. You just need to see beyond the shit you're in, because that's the hard part. Like, it's so easy to sort of get caught up in your own shit and then just feel like, oh, life is against me. I'll never reach what I want, and so on. So, we're moving on. Next question.
I got a question.
So Robert has one.
Let's see. So this is Tyson Skywalker. He is saying...
Great name.
I know. I already gave him a compliment. Fuck. Again. High five. I feel like I don't enjoy drawing as much as I used to. I still progress, but I don't find as much satisfaction in my work. Any tips?
Come here, I'll slap you in the face and then we'll take it from there.
There you go. Easy, Tyson. Easy.
No.
What that normally means for me is that I am reaching the top of my current level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about to break through and become better. So just keep at it. You know, just keep working on it. And yeah, you are getting better because you're still working on it. Try to experiment a bit more, go crazy with some materials, and just, you know, go nuts for a bit and then see what happens. Because normally that's just a fun new little thing to do, and it normally helps me at least go over the little bump and keep going. So.
And what I could add to that is, I don't know your work, but I would say, are you drawing for Instagram likes? Like, for example, like social media driven drawings? Or are you drawing things that you're passionate about? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, are you drawing for yourself? Are you making your, like, whatever the fuck got you into drawing and whatever has inspired you since? Are you doing those things? Or are you just like, I'm going to draw this eye because people on Instagram like eyes? And then is social media affecting how you feel as an artist? Is that sort of ebbing out your inspiration?
Yeah, I think that's a very valid question. So, Tyson, I hope you're listening. And I hope you can hear what Elias is saying because he's on the other side of the room.
Oh, shit, yeah.
But it was a really good tip. Don't get locked into the whole social media, I have to get more likes thing. And we keep talking about this too.
Because it's really killing sort of inspiration.
It
like,
is.
oh, I only got 100 likes. Even I don't really care as long as I'm getting sort of the, what do you call it? I'm getting comments and stuff like that. But it's still sort of like when I don't get as usual, like I still get that nagging sort of like, oh, but you only got 100 likes.
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
ignore it.
But it's still there.
It's still there. Like it comes up every now and then. So don't let that deter you from what you're doing. Draw for yourself.
Good,
and then
Tyson.
And grow that following.
He's drawing for passion, not for social media.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he's saying thank you. It's helped a lot apparently, because now he's already broken through. He's on to the next level, and he's getting shit done.
Sweet.
See, tied it in.
Well, his name is Tyson. He punches shit through.
And Skywalker.
And Skywalker. So
genius
fucking
name.
Jedi.
Yeah, love it. All right. Did you have any questions on your side?
I did.
I also
but I
have.
missed it. One is, I'm confused. You're about doing live streams now? Yes.
Good
Eventually on YouTube.
Great question.
But until then, only on Instagram.
Yes. So just so you guys know, all 5 of you, we are going to do the whole podcast live eventually when we get the YouTube likes.
Okay, now I have subscribers. We need to get 250 to be able to do a good live stream.
So tell all your friends
to follow the Sketchbook Heroes. Sketchbookheroes.com without the link that you might ever need.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that little like commercial break.
Yeah.
But I have a question. La_69_ asks, how do you get started with digital art?
Well, I guess like getting a computer or
always a good start.
Or a tablet would be good.
Yeah.
But
today there's like a big ocean of digital, like I don't know options.
I would probably go just Photoshop straight away.
I would say industry standard if you're planning to do work, like if that is your goal, like right now at least. Always go for the thing that'll get you jobs and then do whatever else you want. But I would focus myself on like getting something that supports Photoshop because that's industry standard. An iPad is awesome as well. But I would still go for something that can support Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what tool you use right now when getting started. Just get used to something.
Yeah.
And preferably Photoshop because industry standard.
Yeah. And it's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like, because right now they don't really have anything that is even close to matching the popularity of.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're experts at what they do. So why wouldn't you get it?
And then if you don't have fundamentals, check out. Sorry, burp. But if you but if you want help getting started and you can't sort of sort it in your mind, for anyone that needs it, check out controlpaint.com. And control is the keyboard way of writing it. You know, CTRL paint.com. So visit that site. We have it on sketchbookheroes.com in the links section as well.
Nice.
So you can go in there, sketchbookheroes.com, links. And then you have Control Paint link.
Cool.
So go there, visit that website. It has like 4 or 5 minute videos explaining, you know, everything from traditional drawing to digital and how to get started, workflow, everything.
Perfect.
Super good.
Yeah. All right. So we got Matt drawing. He's writing a lot of stuff.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. He is he's been watching a lot of Ink Master apparently.
Loser.
So his question is, when he's watching Ink Master, he thinks that he's writing in Swedish, so I'm trying to translate while reading.
Amateur.
Yeah. He thinks that like all the people on the show, they seem like so extremely, you know, bitchy and not nice to each other, and that it all looks very staged. So he's asking if I have any own experience from like the graffiti scene and something. I don't know. It's a weird question.
Told you, amateur.
Amateur.
He only works with art.
No, I mean, if we're comparing like the graffiti scene to the tattoo scene, it's, I guess, it's not really the same. The graffiti scene it's a bit more harsh. The tattoo scene is very friendly, at least what I've noticed. If you're in the industry, then it's like you're best friends with everybody.
Yeah.
If they know you're a working tattoo artist, they're going to respect you straight away. If you're good at what you do, they're going to respect you even more. But there's always that amount of respect because you've made it, because you've gone through your apprenticeship, and it is a tough time for a lot of people. Not me. Like, I fucking windsurfed all my way through it. Easy. But there's a lot of mutual respect throughout the whole industry. And it also includes like piercers and stuff like that. It's not like, you know, in skateboarding you hate rollerbladers because they're bitches always in the way. It's not like that with tattoo artists and piercers. We're sort of the same family. But that's my personal opinion. I'm not sure everybody is experiencing it the way I do. I'm a nice social guy, so I think that helps
a lot. Yeah. I think socializing is a big key to a lot of things in life.
Oh yeah,
especially for introverted artists.
Very much. I think that's again, we're always touching upon stuff we have talked about. And we have talked about this, but it is like
worth repeating.
Yeah, we've gotten to where we are today because me and Ilias are pretty good at talking to people randomly at events, at a coffee shop. You know, if we see something that looks interesting, we're going to probably go up and check it out.
Yeah.
If somebody's sitting sketching, then we're going to stop and look.
Yeah.
If we're not saying anything, then try to ignore us.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be sad because we didn't say anything. But if we do say something, it means that we have something to say.
Yeah.
That's a lot of babble from me. But yeah, so the industry, it's holy shit, it's just fucking going nuts.
Who, Matt drawing?
Yeah.
Or
everybody.
Oh, okay, cool. I just have one.
Oh, he didn't mean graffiti scene. He meant tattoo scene.
Oh,
so.
But
now you know the graffiti scene. They're bitches. No, they're not bitches.
They bitch a lot.
They do bitch a lot.
I have no idea. Just throwing shit out there. Like fueling fires. That's what I'm doing. I'm a fire starter.
Yes. Oh, we got a lot more stuffs.
Okay, I have one. law_69_ has a really old laptop, and she can't find a Photoshop version that works on it. Yes, this is like, I know that everyone can't afford a new computer, and this becomes very tricky. I have no good solution to how you should sort of approach this, except to sort of work for it and buy one. I don't know how you would do that. Like, I don't know your situation. Like, I could always, like, partially put away money, because that's how I do it, and then I buy it, you know. But it's super hard, because you don't know the circumstance for everyone, sort of.
No.
So there is no one way of doing it. Like, I would try to gather up money, tell people in your surrounding, like family and friends, that I want to buy a computer, I want to sort of invest in my art, and then you buy a computer that comes recommended and you save for it. Might take you a year, might take you 5 years, you know. Like, I can't tell how much, I don't know your financial situation, but there's always a way to get a computer. You could get, you know, from a friend that's switching up, that is a big computer geek or something. You could get like a cheaper computer, or like a secondhand computer from that friend that sort of works with Photoshop in, you know, like... But there are ways to solve it, but it might take time, depending on your situation.
Yeah.
So. And if you're rich, good for you, motherfucker. No, just
Exactly.
kidding.
Good for you.
Yeah. We don't hate rich people. We love rich people.
Yeah, we love rich people.
Means nothing.
Let's see. We got a new question from Daniel Sting.
Ah.
Mr. Daniel. So Daniel says, I'm a homeschooling dad. My wife goes out to work and I stay at home with our 2 boys. I draw whenever I can.
He's from Chile.
Oh, nice.
I think so.
Any ideas for, like, if we were in the same situation work-wise? So he's a homeschooling dad with two boys. I'm hoping they're nice boys. And he's drawing any chance he can. I think you solved your own problem, my friend.
Yeah.
But work-wise, I think the way Ilias put it, like, try to really put it more, like, set off time.
Yeah.
In your schedule, pretty much. If you know that the boys are sleeping then and then, or they're off doing a play date or something, then you schedule your sketch time there, or whatever it is. I mean, Elias, you're the dad.
What I do with my kids is, if I want to draw like midday, I'll have them do the same midday. So I'll start out, I have, you know, like, you need the actual plan, and then you need 2 or 3 backup plans. So what I do is, I tell them, oh, who wants to draw in the kitchen with dad? And they're like, yay! Okay, problem 1 solved. I've got them to the kitchen and we're sitting there drawing, but I know that this will only be, they don't want to draw like me for hours. So I have a second, like a backup plan, where I've sort of taken out like Play-Doh or kinetic sand, and then they play with the kinetic sand. That gives me about, like, this could give me about an hour, okay? So depending on what you have to trick them with, I don't want to use iPads, like, for doing this, you know?
No.
But sometimes I do. Like, for example, we're eating breakfast. It's just, like, one of the kids is away. My son wants to watch Spider-Man on his iPad and eat, you know, like, cereal on a Saturday. That's fine.
Awesome.
Then we'll do that. I'll live stream or just sit and draw beside him. And we'll, you know, like, I
do
draw
it
some
together.
stuff. Yeah. I still sit there. We talk. We laugh. I'm like, oh, what's Spider-Man doing now? And I'm drawing, and he's watching Spider-Man eating. So that's fine. But we don't sit there for hours, you know. And then I'm like, oh, you want to play with Play-Doh, blah, blah, blah. We switch it out. And then we extend that drawing time. Sometimes it's, you know, like 40 minutes. Sometimes it's 1 hour and a half. You know, like, it all depends on what they want to do. And then we move on. Then we go out. We do stuff. And even when we're out, if I'm not actively playing with them, I'll sit and sketch, you know, like, okay, they're playing on this playground. I'll bring this little sketchbook, like A6, and draw.
Nice.
So you get it in where you can. So if you know you need to work on a big idea, bring a small sketchbook. Just doodle out the ideas there. Get started. That also takes away the stress of doing it all within that 1 hour or 2 hours at night, or, you know, like,
if you're thinking like that, you're probably already failed, because it's gonna take longer for you to get started than actually.
Especially at night. Especially if you have to put kids to bed, because that is the trap. Like, just before I put my kids to bed, I'm like, oh shit, when they're asleep, I'm just gonna go the fuck up. I'm gonna bring all my pens. I'm gonna pen pastels, Copics, this shit, that shit. I put them to bed. I'm dead tired. I go up. I'm like, I want to die. You know, like, or sleep. The two things I want to do. Like, you're so tired from lying there, like, putting them to bed.
Just staring at that white paper.
Exactly. So it's super good to prep anything. Like, if you have a base sketch before you get to that point, you might be a bit more motivated at that time to draw. So you have to really do it in segments, I think, is key.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that one.
Good one. Do you got any more? I got more.
I did have one. I didn't understand it, though.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Let's see. Works as a postman. Is awesome. It's a brag, man. You ever make your work in that way? I don't know what the question is. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that is. And then someone says, fuck no, I'll check Robert out. That is...
That's good. Check Robert out. He's pretty hot.
Sorry to follow my stuff too. It's only jokes about stuff.
Okay, so I'll take this one in between. So this is from Chris Overdose. Good name, man. Hope you're still alive.
You're following Robert now?
So he writes, when I look up artists and their work, I really get inspired to work on new stuff. But at the same time, looking at their work makes me compare my work to theirs, and it sort of demotivates him. So our guys' experience, like how do we deal with it?
I had it the other day. I found a 17-year-old that drew like a friggin' god. I was like, she's 17. She's better than me.
Do you mean Emmy?
No, I do not mean Emmy, because Emmy's not 17. I hope.
I don't
think so.
How old are you, Emmy?
Yeah, Emmy. Yeah. And why are you on Robert's live stream? But yeah, I don't remember the name of the specific person.
Well, that's how much you got.
But yeah. I was like, motherfucker. And I just felt that urge to sort of get better. And I'm going to use that feeling and not the other one. The other one I've just discarded, you know, like that. Oh shit, she's only 17? Oh my God. So yeah. And use that energy that someone is better than you to become better yourself. Just like improve yourself. I don't think you should focus too much on that second feeling.
Just adding that Emmy is actually following both of us.
Oh, she's flipping back and forth?
No, she's got one on the tablet. So she's got you on the tablet.
That's
and
awesome.
me on the phone.
That's very diplomatic.
Why does Ilias get the big one?
Boom! Because I'm live streaming from the iPad. Makes no difference.
That makes no sense. No, but yeah, so Emmy is 29, so we're safe.
Oh, you're so old. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. We're also old. I say that to everyone, even if when they say 21, I'm like,
we're a lot fucking older. So sorry, Emmy.
We love you.
Yeah, we do. Really.
Comic-Con is coming closer and closer.
Yeah, we're waiting eagerly.
Sounds very old and creepy.
Yeah, it kind of does.
We're older than you. And then you go and say like... Worst. Guys, we're just gonna drop that one.
I have no idea what we're talking about anymore. Sure. Yeah. So that was your so how did you deal with it? This 17-year-old little girl.
I just went and I just got. Remember when we talked? Like we've referred to this so many times, and I hate going back to it, but apparently it's needed. Every time you get inspiration, no matter where the inspiration is coming from, you use that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So this artist, yesterday, I fucking drew all night because I wanted to, because I saw that.
Nice.
And you should do that too. Like I was doing studies mostly, nothing worth posting, but I'm just saying use that energy. Don't focus on that, like that they're better than you. There's like a bazillion people that are better than you. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
Oh, yeah,
There's always going to be someone better than you. So don't get fucking hooked up on that.
No.
If you're feeling inspired, use that.
Yeah.
You know, like pen and paper,
straight
then
away.
And there,
just go.
or later, like save that feeling and use it. Don't think about anything else. No. That is the only thing you should take from that.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear what Elias said, listen to the podcast.
Boom.
But yes, that's great point. Just do it. Pretty much. Again, this is what the podcast or this episode is being called. You know, it's getting shit done. That's exactly what you have to do. If
Oh
you,
shit, yeah. We're just answering questions. We have to move on.
but we kind of did like the thing in the beginning. We tie it or bleh. Tongue tied. Thanks, Chris.
I'll encourage him.
Yeah, fuck. How do I react? Like when I see people that are really better than me, I like their stuff. I comment on it, and I just sort of keep doing what I do. But storing all those epic images in my head for further use at some point, I think. I never really get
demotivated?
No, demotivated. Definitely
But
not.
you used to get demotivated in the past, or not?
No, I don't think so. Like, I can't really remember. Well, I think, I did when, like, in the beginning when I came to the Sketchbook Sketch Tuesdays.
Ah, yes.
With all of these epic artists that never ever would listen to the podcast. No, I'm kidding.
You on? Come on, motherfucker.
Andrea, she was on it. No, but just being with all those people, and I mean, because I didn't get to draw as much when I was working at Lego, and that's when I went to the Sketch Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah, that's when you
So
came,
everybody was like, they all had super flow, and they were drawing like this amazing stuff and talking everything.
Everyone was really good, yeah.
Yeah, and I came
damn.
there and I was like, okay, I need to focus on trying to be a little bit social, but also I need to sketch something to impress people, but I don't need to impress people, but I have to.
It's the Instagram thing all over.
I'm like, if they're not gonna like tap my picture twice, then I'm not gonna get to come back to Sketch Tuesdays, and I don't get to. Yeah. So that was a little bit like you felt the pressure there because these working people,
but I know
like all of you included, you were so productive, and I was just sitting there like fuck, for about 2 hours or so, and then sketch something, but then I sort of got used to it. Also helped that the group sort of diminished.
Oh, yeah, that really helped. Sometimes it was just me and Johan. Yeah, check out Johan Idesjö.
Show.
So he's really good. Fuck, that guy's good.
Yeah, and if you're listening, Johan, you need to get back to me regarding the tattoo. Yeah.
See.
I have not forgotten. And congrats to the kid again.
Yep.
So that was that. Emmy says freaks and laughing.
That's us. Old freaks.
Robert is on my phone. Awesome.
Yeah, I have no more questions. Because you guys aren't giving us any questions, so we should move on.
Yeah, I have no more questions.
So, today we're going to talk, or like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. We're back. La, la, la.
Ilias cuts it all together.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
Magician.
So, yeah. Today we're going to talk about being productive. Pretty much like the first question that we answered. And it really... We've said this so many times before. You need to keep yourself accountable, first of all.
Yeah, always.
So being art blocked is not an excuse not to draw. It's just an excuse to draw more boring stuff until that boring stuff leads you back into what you love to do. So let's say you have an art block and you're like, bitching online. I'm not creative enough, or I'm art block. I do it, you do it, everyone does it. We've all done the whole thing.
Give me sympathy, please.
Exactly.
Tell me I'm good.
We want that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like
we
need a comfort blanket, online. So what you have to do is sort of like, okay, I can't come up with my own shit right now. But what do I want to do? And what do I need to do to sort of get there? So then like, oh shit, I need to learn to draw backgrounds or cars or facial expressions. Oh, my characters look like this, like...
A big square block.
Exactly, like they're all facing the same direction. They're all looking like, no matter beards, hair, like they're all the same facial expression.
Yeah.
You know what you need to focus on. I think most of you, or a lot of you, know what you need to get better at.
Yeah.
You just don't want to because you suck at it.
But let's not assume that people do. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
try to ask yourself, like, okay, what do I want to achieve? Like, this is the end goal, okay? Then you just break that end goal down. So you want to draw awesome high concept art things, or do you want to draw illustrations for kids' books, or do you want to, do work for animation, storyboards, whatever?
Yeah.
Then break that down into segments. Like, okay, I can't do these backgrounds because I can't draw houses, I can't draw cars, I can't draw roads, I can't. Then you have
You got
already
a full list.
you got a full list of shit you need to work on.
Yeah.
And if you're like art block, usually like we draw something, we erase it, we draw something, we erase it, or we draw something and it just sucks.
Yeah.
That's fine, but use that to learn shit then. If it's gonna suck either way, might as well put that to good use.
Yeah.
So it's the best time. It's like if you injure yourself working out, you get to work on the things that you're terrible at because you can't do anything else. So this is the same thing here. You've injured your sort of creative vein a bit, or your ego, and now you have time to work on all that garbage that you have lying around, like the stuff that you haven't developed as much. So I think it's just like block it in your calendar is one of the best ways, and make it official, like a big fucking red block, 4 hours. Do studies, draw. And then once it's in your iPhone calendar, your regular calendar, your bullet journal, whatever the fuck you put it in.
It is law.
It is law, exactly. Like, if your kid is falling down a flight of stairs, you're like, okay, I'm just going to finish my 4 hours and then I'm going to save him. That's the kind of commitment I'm talking about. Don't do that, please. What we're saying is...
Jokes, people.
Jokes, yeah, exactly. Disclaimer. No, but that's like if your friends ask you to do shit, or your mom says like, oh, but can you please do this for me because, I hope she doesn't sound like that. But just don't let people deter you from your 4 hours that day.
No. Like, shut off your phone if you can.
Exactly.
Lock yourself in.
Avoid Facebook, Instagram. You don't need to check if someone liked your picture for the 54th time.
No.
You don't care. That's not going to give you more followers or more likes. That's the problem. That's something you need to remember. Just checking your phone regularly won't get you more valuable followers, likes, or anything else. So put that in your journal and be specific. Maybe like draw this.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to think about, okay,
so
I have 4 hours to draw.
What am I doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Do that beforehand. Like while your kids are sort of smearing poop in your bathroom, you're like, I should probably focus on my, I don't know, cars. Do that outside. And then once you're in your drawing time, you just get started. You just like, this is my reference. You have a couple of cars that you like classics or new ones. And then you just plow through them.
Yeah.
Draw a couple of cars from reference. Draw a couple of cars from imagination.
And keep going.
And keep going. And then just fucking draw cars. And then try to simplify. Like once you've sort of I would say work big and go to details.
Yeah.
Don't start with details and go big.
Always. I think that's a super general rule. Because I know a lot of people that actually dive in and start doing details straight away.
And you never get anywhere.
They don't even sketch out a full body before drawing clothes or whatever. And I think that's a big rookie sort of mistake.
Yeah.
So to anybody listening and feel sort of struck by this, don't worry. Watch a tutorial or listen to what we say and start over a bit.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to be a win for you. Seriously. In the long run, you're going to thank us, definitely. It might be hard work in the beginning, but it's really not.
No.
Sketch really loosely and start big, and then define your details slowly.
Yeah, and most importantly, don't expect it to be good.
No, all of that, just shove that shit out the window, make it fly.
Yep,
and just go.
Yeah, I think so too. It's the most important thing is to not expect it to be great.
No,
because you're drawing outside of your comfort zone, and if you want to sort of something that I always do when I'm art block, for example, is I do the studies or something that I'm a bit uncomfortable because it doesn't really matter. And then I do a twist.
Yeah.
you've drawn a couple of cars, and then you do your own thing. Like, I love to add vegetation. So I've done the car study, then I'll just build like a tree on top of it, or, you know, like a hood, like the tree coming out of the hood, or like the cracks, or...
And that's a perfect way to make it fun.
Yeah, because that's something, like, even if I'm art blocked, I can always draw trees, you know, like, or like organic stuff.
Yeah.
Nature, leaves, stuff
I think
like
that's a great thing. Like, really cool. And I think I'm going to actually use that.
You bring the fun back to it, you know, like, studies aren't always fun.
That's something we didn't mention in the first episode.
I don't remember. Maybe not.
Well, you kind of mentioned the whole robots, androids with
Oh,
clothes.
yeah. But that's pretty much the
similar,
same
but,
principle,
But this one is because you wanted to learn robots, but you also wanted to learn clothes in the first episode. But this one was combining something that you like to draw and know how to draw with something you don't know how to draw.
Yeah.
And I think that is great. Like, perfect. That's really... I don't know why I haven't even thought about that myself. Sometimes, Elias, you do impress me, man.
Sometimes.
Not only biceps. Yeah. Not only biceps. He's got a brain, too.
I wish it was
Hello,
like on. Mimo! You're on Robert's chat!
And waves aggressively.
Hey, you better have an iPad with my face on it, like Emmy does. Worst.
No, Emmy switched now.
No, she just turned off the iPad like, fuck you, guy. Weird bearded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a really great tip. The other tips that we did in the first episode, unless, like, if
we
you
can actually
haven't,
run through them.
Yeah, just do a little quick. So what we talked about, and it is really the first episode, we tackled the art block. This, I think, the question today wasn't really, well, it is an art block, but it's not really the same, I would say. Now it's more like he's just not feeling like he wants to draw.
Yeah.
But the remedy we had in the first episode was to hook up with friends, go out to like a cafe or a bar or something where you can sit down and talk and draw.
Or Google Hangouts if you
or definitely.
If you can't get out. If you live in a country like Sweden and everything closes at like, you know, the day
11 in the morning.
Yeah, no, so just
then any reason or chance you can get together with people and draw. That's one.
Or have them tell you what to draw.
That's
and
number
you
two.
Can't complain or change it up.
No.
You just, like a slave, you draw what they tell you.
Yeah. And so what we did was each person had, like, we did one time when everybody drew just the one thing, and everybody got to say one thing, and then everybody drew, and the next one said one thing, everybody drew.
Yeah.
Then we started combining the stuff.
The worst.
Worst of the worst. But it's a fun challenge. It's a fun thing to do. We were 3 people doing this when we did the combination thing. If you're more, then you're going to do more.
We were 4 at one time.
But that was the drawing each other's faces and stuff.
No. But we also did the like rope, ghost, chair, and fork. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nico.
Because it was Nico. Yeah. He's not an artist, but he sort of fucked us over with the ghost
stuff.
Yeah, I know, but he's not like an artist, sort of like he draws when he's with us and never again.
Yeah. But yeah, so everybody said one thing, and it was like totally random. It wasn't supposed to sort of go hand in hand with the next thing. And then you just set a time limit and you go. And you try to do... It's more of a compositional exercise, I would say, not really focusing on details.
Yeah, and if you can make it work together, that's great.
Exactly.
Like, you can work with your storytelling, but that was not our thing.
No.
We're just like, how the fuck do you make rope and fork? And
exactly.
But it was super fun, and I think the takeaway is time box shit.
Oh,
just put a time limit on anything you do.
Because that really proves that you can make anything at any time for 2 minutes. Like,
exactly.
You can be really productive for 2 minutes and get stuff done. Yeah. Like you can have a sketch that you can show people and it actually illustrates what it is you were trying to do.
Exactly.
So that's one of the best tips we can give you for stuff like this.
Yeah, we've done facial expressions like that because that's something we all suck at, and we usually get stuck far too long on shit that is unimportant.
Yeah.
And this is when we talk about doing like the big gestures. There's no time like the 2-minute line or minute. Like if you say you're gonna do a face in 2 minutes, you're like 2 minutes, bro. I got so much time.
No.
Especially
you're
if
gonna
it's,
feel the pressure straight away.
and
like,
someone just describes a facial expression to you, and then you have to like sort of imagine it and draw it.
yeah, like,
And that shit gets really complicated fast when you're not used to drawing the head in a certain, like, imagine like a frog perspective of your face, sort of like coming from down below, and they're doing like a little scream or something, you know, like,
yeah. What does that look
what
like?
does that look like, you know? And once the facial expressions start to get like complicated, like that angle, 45 degrees that way, this way, you know, like, oh man.
And I want it to look angry, surprised.
Surprised, crying, sad, you know, like. And then you have like, sometimes we have like specific, you know, like the moment you sort of da la la,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like just to, like, how would that be? Like,
there is no limit. Your imagination just...
yeah, like you're
go,
opening
go.
like a box of magic. Who the fuck knows? And
Yeah.
what do you look like? You wanted to capture the feeling more than, you know, like, and
Yeah.
usually they just looked retarded. And
But it was still like a little step higher in your
exactly,
sort of, how do you say?
yeah.
Yeah, but you grew a bit.
But
I
did
guess.
you notice how when we extended the time, the drawings never got better?
Oh,
or
no.
like
You just started
slowing down
Yeah.
and sort of adding more shit and then I got more shit done on the 2 and 1 minute one. 1 minute was a bit too short for me.
Yeah, me too.
But 2 minutes, I got more done than I did on the 3 or 5 minute because I sort of got stuck like on shit.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't important. And that was the cool thing like about all of it. Like time box yourself, but don't give yourself too much slack. Don't give yourself enough time to make it good. Because that's, I think, the good is where it sort of gets fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
You lose the sort of learning, I think.
Because it's the whole killing your darlings thing.
Yes.
Like, in this case, there are no darlings.
Yeah, when people pass
They're
you
all
by-
dead.
Yeah. No, but that's... and that's the thing with that. When people pass you by and they're like, oh, that guy can draw for shit. You know, at a coffee
Exactly.
shop. That's what you get.
When they throw coffee at you for drawing too bad.
Yeah, no, but they see you doing all these facial expressions and drawing really fast, and they're like, "Oh, that guy's cool.
He looks good.
Yeah, and then they pass you by, and they're like, couldn't draw to save his life. Oh well."
Mimo Art is agreeing. Awesome.
Awesome stuff, by the way. Lately, Mimo, on your account, I like it.
Oh yeah, hope you got that. Good worko.
So my live stream is ending. I'm gonna restart it.
Nice. Then I'm guessing mine is ending pretty soon too. So yeah, that's what that was the coffee shop challenges, or Google Hangouts, or Skype, or whatever you guys have.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Improvise.
really. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what sort of forum you use to draw,
No,
as long
I
as
mean,
you draw.
we started at McDonald's actually.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
where
we did.
Yeah, that's how we got started, because they had cheap coffee or drinks or
Yeah,
cheeseburgers.
indeed.
And
Also, we
then-
knew the lady there, so she gave us shit for free.
No, you knew the lady there.
No, actually, Prakash knew the lady there, so we got shit for free.
I got no shit for free.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You should have known the lady there.
And he says, thank you. No worries, man. Yeah, so we started McDonald's, then went to coffee shops, and then the bar, and then coffee shop again.
Oh, yeah, shit. We went to a bar for a while as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, and then we
Bishops.
Back. Yeah, Bishops. And also, I went to Hirschenkeller with Prakash.
Hirschen.
Hirschenkeller!
Nice place. Been drunk there many a times.
That's how it works.
Yes.
I haven't.
Actually, you have been drunk there. I think we've been there once, but it was a long time ago.
I don't remember.
No.
Like, that's the thing.
You were drunk. What else? Do we have any other good
tips
for the inspiration
being productive
thing?
and being
Yeah, productive I think is good.
I think productive is the focus here. Inspiration and motivation are two things you can just like kick in the ass and throw them out.
Yeah.
I would specify. I actually talked about this with a developer today at work, and I think inspiration and motivation, see them as enhancers and boosters.
Oh yeah.
They will enhance your ability and how much you can push yourself that day, but don't see them as a necessity.
No.
Like don't
wait for
rely
it.
on them. Yeah, exactly. You have to sort of take control of the situation. Like I don't work out because I'm motivated. I do it because I've built out the habits.
Yeah.
So this is something I want to touch on. I think we've done it before, but it's sort of like if you want to be productive as a motherfucker, start with something small. Because usually people are like, oh, I'm going to draw. I'm going to be the best artist in the world. And then like 1 month in, they're burned out.
Yeah.
They've drawn all the shit they could come up with. They've done all that great shit. And then they don't draw for half a year. That's not good.
No, because then you've shot yourself in the foot and both hands.
Exactly.
So you still have one foot.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't draw with it
because
you never spent the time.
Exactly.
So I would say start with something small. Like have like at the end of every week.
Be realistic.
Yeah. Thank you. That is actually the best word in the fucking world. Be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Can you do it? Because we're looking for the long-term commitment here and not that, like burnout in a month. So make small habits. Like let's say I'm going to bring my sketchbook everywhere and I'm going to doodle a bit. That's all. Yeah. Once you start doing that, you can add to it.
Exactly.
Like
because the idea is already on paper now.
Exactly. And then you could have like every Friday afternoon, I'm not going to be a fun person. I'm just going to draw.
Yeah.
So it's fun for you, but no one else. No, but you block in a certain amount of time on a day, like a Sunday, like lazy day, or a Saturday, or, like a Thursday too, whatever works for you. You block that day in and you say like, I'm going to spend 4 hours doing whatever the fuck I'm going to do to reach my goals.
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, we're nagging about the whole blocking things in and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Neither can I. My life is not like that right now.
We're hoping you guys have the patience and the will to do it, because that's how you really get better. But don't assume that we've done this all our lives. No, we're just telling you guys the mistakes we've done pretty much.
There you go. That's where it's all coming from.
Yeah, but it is. And it is the best way to learn.
Yeah,
because you learn from doing your stupid fucking mistakes.
And learn from our mistakes as well.
Yeah. So, but just saying, like, I cannot do that.
Neither can I. My life does not work like that.
And for me, it's more like, I actually don't have anything I need to do now.
Yeah.
So, I'll just draw something.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
I've got 137 left, and I have a question from Johnny Sniper. What up, girlfriend?
Dude, before we let go of this, though, I have one more thing to add.
But I need to ask it before it disappears.
Oh, shit, do it.
Yeah, sorry. So it's just tips for not being scared to make mistakes. That way, I've said it, and we can tackle it.
Oh, that is really good. It ties into this. So.
Yes. So, tips for not being scared to make mistakes. Yes. How are you afraid? Or
how am I
not afraid? Are you afraid of making mistakes?
Yes, very much so, yes. All the time.
Why?
I don't know. Just the way it is. It's not something that I'm so scared to draw an ugly car. No. Like, if you ask me to draw a horse on my live stream, I will draw you a fucking horse. It'll be the worst horse.
We've seen your horses.
And trust me, a lot of people on my live streams have seen my horse. I love this. But yeah, the thing is, I am afraid in the sense that it's in the back of my mind. I don't do it enough because I suck at it. That type of mentality. Yeah. It's not that I'm actually afraid, like, oh shit, they're going to think they know how I draw. I don't have to prove myself to my followers.
No.
But it is sort of like, I don't like it because it's sort of like, I have to force it and I have to study and I have to break it down. Where when I draw my shit, I just like, whoa, flowy line here, flowy line. And I don't get that. Yeah. So it's sort of, I wouldn't call it, but it is sort of like based in fear, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's the ego again. It's always the ego just fucking with your brain.
The ego.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's the thing. You guys need to just let go of your fucking ego, because that shit will just wear you down.
Exactly.
And crush you. Because that's, again, it's the Instagram likes and all of these fucking things. That's, again, it's your ego, because it's your ego who cares about all this. You don't. So let it go. Fuck it.
Again. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No. I was done.
Because I'm thinking, what we talked about earlier about blocking in and stuff like that. Like, personally, I don't block shit in because I just, as soon as I get the opportunity, I just draw. That's way easier.
Yeah.
And if you can sort of find the time to do a little every day on the things that you suck at, just pick one thing. If it's a horse, if it's a car, if it's, you know, whatever, you don't have to show this stuff to anyone. Usually I have 2 sketchbooks. One where I do my studies, and I do a lot of them, where I just like, you know, I kill. It's disgusting to look at. And then every now and then I get like one little good thing. That's great. But just take the time. There is no good way of sort of leaning into it. And if you can't draw backgrounds, for example, and you have a fear of drawing backgrounds, draw smaller backgrounds. Draw like a little scene out of a big scene.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to draw this tree and this rock out of this whole composition.
Exactly. Don't like full on commit to something that you know that you're probably going to fail epically when you've drawn an epic character that you're super stoked about.
Or
like,
do what we talked about earlier. About time boxing it.
Yeah.
Draw this super complicated image in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you only take the information that you need,
Exactly.
and you will get better.
Yeah. But and if you're doing a bigger piece, obviously do studies.
Definitely.
Work on small pieces of puzzles, and then once you feel sort of once you feel sort of comfortable with them, then you move on to the big piece.
Definitely.
If you're doing a big piece like that. But with that said, I've never ever been that structured in my entire life. I just full on commit to everything, and I draw it until I think it like looks good or it has to go away. So for me, it's always been just do.
Yeah.
Trial and error, just go nuts. And it's going to tie back to me saying always draw loosely. Because that's what I do.
And I'm going to go against you a bit on that mentality.
Yeah, but that's good. We need to do something.
We need to do more of that, right?
Yeah, we can't be the same guy.
We can't be. The thing is, we agree on a lot of things.
But I'm going to probably agree to everything you say anyways.
From now on.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
But yeah, so I draw really loose in the beginning, and I draw with a blue pen. That way I can scan the image and the blue won't show up, or it'll be easier to remove. So that sort of makes me feel safe all the time. So I guess that's my backup. But with that said, I could do the exact same thing with the fine liner, and I would still sketch the same way I do. And it would turn out like either turn out like shit, or it'll look okay because it's never really good.
So to go against you now, the reason why I don't want, if you're starting off or if you're sort of like learning, I want you to not do what Robert does, because Robert, I'm not going to say knows how to draw, but he knows his style of drawing, and it works for him, and he's been doing it for a long while. But I would advise you to do the study time, because I'm going to tell you why now. Because if you spend time learning something, how it works, what it's sort of compiled like from, you will always be able to draw it. Whereas if you just draw from a photo, you just replicate whatever's there for that one time, you probably, unless you're Kim Young-gi or someone,
you won't
he does a lot of stuff. You won't remember the specifics. But if you do the study and sort of like invest some time in it, you will always be able to draw that really good horse or that really good car and have it anchored in reality, so that it's believable and sort of, people get drawn to it.
I 100% agree with you.
That's the word. Podcast.
Yeah. No, but of course. Yes.
That's why I want you to do it that way and not do it our way.
Yeah. Because, I'm like, my way of drawing is just from me being, again, lazy as fuck. Like, I am super lazy. I do everything just the fastest and easiest way I can do them. But still making it look as good as I can. So I would never do car studies if I needed a fucking car. I would find a car and I would like look at it. I would do thumbnails, obviously, because I always work through thumbnails. But it's just going to be a square block in the angle of the picture that I've found. And then I check that with the whole composition. And it's like, I think that's going to work. Or no, it's not going to work. And that's how I do it. Like it's horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to destroy your.
So now ignore everything
Motivations.
he said and do everything I said.
We're getting a couple of more questions.
Okay, shoot.
Yeah. So number one, this is an easy one. What is the hardest thing to sketch? Or most difficult?
What does that mean?
Yeah. What does it mean? Selinor.
Be specific.
Selinor, what do you mean?
Yes, be
Just
specific.
anything in general, like, because there are probably a lot of stuff I haven't even seen in the world, and I don't know how to sketch those. But for me, if I'm just gonna answer the way I think you're asking, like the hardest thing I know to draw, that is a horse. We keep saying horse all the time. Like, I can draw the fuck out of a car, it's still gonna look like shit. But if I try to draw a horse,
It's gonna look, yeah.
Yeah, if you guys
It's gonna
were
look like a
watching-
whore.
Yeah, no, it looks more like a dragon dog thing.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Mine, I make it a dog pretty much with horse-like features. So it's usually the hardest thing to draw is the thing you don't draw. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like a simple
Yeah,
way
yeah.
of doing it.
Actually, yeah.
And I have one more sort of like, if you want to get, because a lot of people draw like heads, floating heads, but if you get
Guilty.
yes, but if you're gonna draw, like this is an advice that I try to incorporate. I think it was Jason Seiler that gave the tip. But if you're
From Heroes?
yes, when he cut my brain up, he gave me some feedback. No. Jason Seiler is a great, I think it's Jason. She's it. Fuck it. Seiler something or other draws caricatures that I couldn't remember last time. But he had, on Schoolism, he said something along the lines of, if you're going to draw someone's portrait, don't just use that one image. Use several images of that person. And before you even attempt to, like, draw the actual image, do some facial studies of that person. Draw them in a couple of different styles, loosely, just like try to get to know what makes that person
Yeah.
that person. Like what features, like let's use Trump because everyone knows what an asshat looks like. And
It's true.
it's true, yeah, but he has the hair is like a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
The hair, everyone knows the hair, like that toupee looking fucking seaweed monster on his head.
And then he's got a face that looks like a baby that's just
Exactly.
tasted a lemon for
And
the first
that
time.
little mouth, that evil mouth is very specific. The eyes are sort of like more sorry, Robert is gesturing like a lot of so what I'm saying is
I was doing my Trump.
there are a lot of things there, and if you keep redrawing him, and I'm not talking like some high rendered shit but you will personally get to know that character
Yeah.
that is Donald Trump. Like whether you think he's an a-hole or like the best like toupee guy ever, it doesn't matter what you think. You will get to know that person's features.
Yeah.
And that's why you should redraw. Like, don't be afraid to redraw shit. And I can't stress that enough regarding anything you do.
No.
You draw an awesome concept, redraw it. Then redraw it until you have something. It might be the first design might be your best one. But just redraw it for the fuck of it. Because have you ever sort of drawn a picture and you kind of messed it up? Or your Photoshop crashed and you had to go back like 3 hours of work because you're an ass and didn't save?
Well, yeah.
I can tell you, all of those times that happened, countless of times, before Photoshop got, the autosave feature and you only lose like 10 minutes or something, my pictures have always turned out better. Because I couldn't remember sort of what I did good. And then I started thinking what I wanted to do. Because I sort of had that image partly in my head. And then I tried to sort of get to that point. And it always, 100% of the time, always turned out better for me.
I've got to argue with you there because
But that's because you suck.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I do a lot of what I call like happy accidents. So sometimes I sketch and I just happily draw a line somewhere and it just really works for that image. And if I try to replicate it, I'm going to epically fail every time.
That's because you try to replicate it.
Yeah, exactly, because it just happened there on the fly. And that's more how I work. And
On the fly.
That's more of my artwork. But I am more of a traditionalist. Like I said, I draw my portrait stuff and the posters. It's just what I do. I'm into my sort of flow. Like, if you force me to do something else, it's probably gonna not look so good. So I think a lot of stuff is also just happy accidents. Why do you have to breathe so hard? What's wrong with you, man? This is me breathing.
You're not breathing.
Yes,
You're dead
I am.
inside. But
It's all about control.
Yeah, but regards to that, I would say, do you try to redraw, like, because when I draw something on paper and then I redraw it again on paper, if I try to fix it, I will fuck it up. But if I redraw it, I do it better.
You really?
Yeah, every
Well,
time.
I mean, obviously sometimes I can redraw stuff, yes, but it's just sometimes those happy accidents happen, like I said, and it just... well, I will be able to recreate it eventually, but it would take a long time to do.
Okay.
Because I'm
going to argue with you now.
Well, we are arguing right now.
Yes, I know, but I'm going to argue further. What I want you guys to sort of keep in mind, the way happy accidents are awesome, but I want you to, like, they're always going to add something extra to your work.
Well, it depends on what you do.
Of course, of course.
Always. I mean...
yeah, of course. And it's like, if a client doesn't want that and it's a happy accident that fucks it up, it's not very happy. Like, you might think it's cool, but your client is going to hate it.
Yeah.
Different.
Very
but
different.
what I'm saying is that if you like something or you want to achieve something, like, you should be able to, like, technically get there just as easily the second time. You know what I mean? I want you to become that good. That's why I don't want you to do it the way Robert and me do. Like, oh, I need a bird. I'm just going to cha-cha bird. And then I can never draw a bird again, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I want you to sort of study birds, study people's faces, look a lot at Trump's face. I'm just saying that spend the time that you need to, like, build your catalog in your mind. Because if you just look at an image, unless you have, like, a photographic memory, and then and then your, like, brain to hand coordination is perfect, and you're like a printer, and you just get that out, that's great for you. That's not the majority of people. And try to really focus on your craft to the point where you can just, like, I could recreate that 5 times.
Yeah.
It's going to look exactly the same, if not better. Like, that is the sort of, like, where we want to get.
Yeah.
Don't be discouraged because you can't, because I can't.
Like, if we... No, I was going to say, like, if we go back, we would probably do it the way we're telling you, but probably not.
So, no, but the thing is...
I'm just being honest with myself.
No, I totally agree with you. And the way that I'm saying it is not the way that I do it, because my life, it has, like, here you get half an hour, like, on the train, you get half an hour in, or 38 minutes in, 38 minutes home. Yeah. Then I know I have that time, no matter what. And sometimes that time gets extended. Thank you, SL, or fuck you, whichever point of view you want.
Yeah, I would stick with fuck you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I have some time. If I say that I don't have time to do studies, I'm lying.
Yeah.
I have, like, I'll do the podcast, but then I do have the time to do other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So if I don't have freelance, there is nothing stopping me from doing it. So try to become, like, invest in yourself, in your skill.
We got more questions.
So we're going to answer questions.
Yes. Okay, so Emmy just said that she hates sketching flowers. Selinor, who asked the question, said, I thought you'd answer a circle or something.
I'm awesome at circles.
Yeah, circles are easy.
Until you have to.
We got another one from ex-Johnny Sniper.
Dude, why are you on his side?
She is my client,
shit.
and she is awesome.
Johnny Sniper is your client?
Yeah.
And it's a she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Actually,
So, yeah. The question is, how and when did you guys find your own style?
I have a style?
I don't know.
I don't feel like I have a style. That's the thing.
Oh, we got more questions again. My style, again, I think we did cover this in a different episode.
But I think it's such a good question because it's recurring. Everyone is wondering.
Yeah, but what is style?
What is style?
How do you define style?
But the thing is, I recognize your work. When I flip through my Instagram feed of the artists I follow, and then I'm just like, whoa, that was Robert's stuff. then I go back.
Yeah.
I recognize like instantly. Might have something to do with like
no, but the same with you.
25,
100.
27 years of friendship, you know, whatever.
Maybe
Maybe,
something
and
to
then
do with
just
it.
growing up, like drawing together.
I think so. Yeah.
But the thing is, style isn't important
No,
at all.
your happiness is.
Yeah.
Be happy.
Be pink.
Yeah. Fuck style, man.
Fuck style.
Yeah. No, but I think it's something you just have. Everybody has their own fingerprints. It's going to be the same way when you draw something. If you're going to try to replicate something, it's still going to be with your hands movement, and it's not going to be 100,000% accurate to the thing you're drawing.
Actually. I heard it the other day regarding that.
Yeah.
Like when people find an artist they love and they try to emulate that style,
Yeah.
you can emulate the style, but you can't emulate the inspiration behind it.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
your work will always be sort of trying to catch up to what they're doing.
It's a mirror image of the thing. It's
Yeah,
not the
exactly.
thing.
But it's not the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are going to feel that.
Nice.
Because they're going to be evolving while you're just catching up to their shit.
Mm-hmm.
So be inspired. But if you want to get really good and want your sort of style to develop, I would say do the studies and do the kind of work that will get you where you want. Replicating me, Robert, Artgerm, Artem Solop, because I think Artem is I think people want that.
Yeah.
But it's still
I love his style.
but it's still sort of like you would just be a carbon copy of him, just trying to replicate what he's doing all the time. While whereas he's evolving as an artist, and
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was great. Good job, man.
thank you whoever the fuck said that a couple days ago.
Very nice. We got more questions.
I
Too.
lost all my followers because of that.
Nice.
That was good
That was good. He said something meaningful.
for the first time on this podcast. And I'm out of a drink. I hate my life.
So we have a question from Mimo. Mimo Art asks,
I don't know who that is.
can you go... Sorry, I need to bring this up. I don't have my glasses on. Can you go in depth on what it means to break things down? Looking for basic shapes and all that jazz.
Yes, we can. Very good.
Yeah. Stay tuned, Mimo.
True.
We're going to do this.
What we mean is that you go on to Netflix, you find Penny Dreadful, and you watch that for an hour, 2, 3, 4.
Or, all 3 seasons.
All 3
Just
seasons. Just go. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
That's how you break things down.
How you break
Or you sit on them for a long period of time until they eventually sort of dissolve.
Or
And
grab
then
a
you've
big
also-
hammer.
Yeah. Especially big basic shapes.
Big basic
Yeah,
shapes.
yeah. You sit on them, you're going to break them down.
Just going on. Yeah.
No. Breaking something down is sort of breaking it down to the essence of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is my way of thinking. I'm not
Yep.
answering for both of us. We never are. We're
No,
sort of
no,
always
we're just
talking
like,
from
yeah.
ourselves. So if you have a car, then you break that car into down to the basic shape of what it is, and that would be sort of more of a rectangular cube, I would say. Like that's the basic shape of it, and then almost like you're working with clay, right? So first you have a big piece of clay, and then you start sculpting it and sculpting it. So I always start with a big basic shape,
Yep.
and then sculpt it down with details.
Mm-hmm. And I think the same thing goes for anything that you draw. Like if it's anatomy, if it's a person, usually there is a rhythm to it. So that is the line of action. So you want to sort of capture that, because without that, if you're too sort of technical on like, oh, it's like this, the head, it's shoulder, and you're going to lose that sort of rhythm. So you sort of like, that's why life drawing is so good. So you have that.
Yeah.
And then you sort
Plus
of
you
like,
have the time
exactly
deadline, I guess.
So you learn to like break it down in a way that works for you, and there are some techniques out there as well to help you. But it's like animals. There's the big cylinder, and then there's the small cylinder for the butt, you know, and then you have the legs, however they work, animals, you know.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like basic like circles usually are
I pretty much work 100% with circles. It's
but it's super helpful.
Everything.
And depending if I'm really good at what I'm drawing, I don't need that.
No.
But that's why we're telling people that, like, don't start with the eyes. Like, don't draw eyes like we did in the past. You know, like you started, these eyes are really good.
Yeah, and then you have to match
everything else. Yeah.
It's like, why?
Worst place to start, because you don't have, like, drawing the eyes first, you lose so much. Like, you lose you can't do anything with the body because it's locked to that position.
And you're not going to have any paper left because you made the eyes too big.
Or, like, too far to the edge or something. Yeah.
And this is, again, like we did mention this earlier in the episode, but it is, I would say, a genuine rookie mistake. Like, this is what you do. Because I see it with, if you guys remember Sophia, who like guest spotted our show for a couple of minutes.
The one-day intern.
I can see that she sort of has that still. Like, but I've told her a couple of times how I do it. I just need her to figure it out herself.
I think so. Some mistakes need to be your own.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still there visibly. But then again, I have another friend who draws like that and draws really good.
Really good, yeah.
Which is insane. I don't know how it's possible. Like, for me, it's impossible.
Same here. Like that would never work for me.
Or we could probably make it work.
It depends on what I'm doing. Like, some things I can do like that.
Because I think we can sort of see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
But
like,
I would always do a safe...
With floating heads, I can do that. It's not a problem.
No.
Like, it doesn't have to match anything, just floating head. But if I'm going to draw a full body, I cannot start with the eyes. I am not Kim Jong-gi.
Selinor is saying that she always starts with the eyes.
You're getting a lot of questions. I'm getting nothing.
And I only have 5 people, which is awesome.
I also have 5 people. I had like 10, and then it just went down with some joke that I did.
So don't freak out when we're saying this. Like, it feels like we're trashing people who do this. No. It's only like flagging. So you guys,
long time eye drawer, right here.
Yeah. We're not saying we haven't done it. We're saying we've learned something at least. But it just saves so much time. You go in with the big. This is the head. It's an upside down egg. There you go. You draw a line for the eyes, a line for the nose, a line for the mouth.
I actually do a circle, an oval.
Yeah, but that's what I do too. Yeah. Again, starting with circles. Always, circles, yeah. Always. Because that way you draw this... Well, for me, the easiest way I do it is a circle. I draw the middle line from the top of the head down towards the chin. That way I know where the middle of the face is. And then I draw a line for the mouth. And that's all I do. And then from there, I just know. Because... Yeah, just cuss.
Cuz.
Yeah, cuz.
Motherfucker. Oh, no, not cussing. Yeah. But again, no matter what it is, it's usually like anything that we create in life is usually squares or circles or, like a version of that. So always start with basic shapes.
Yeah.
Block things in and try to find, like, take some of your favorite characters in different styles and then you break them down. Like, if you're doing it digitally,
it's easy.
Just you like draw down the opacity on that image and just try to find their basic shapes. Like take Poe that we've talked about before in the character design episode.
Yeah,
he's just circles because they're trying to keep that friendliness, and there's nothing more friendly than a circle. I think we say it exactly like that on that episode.
I think you say it exactly like that.
I say it exactly like that. It's the we that is I.
The we.
No, but I'm saying just like break stuff that you sort of like have around you down.
Yeah. And
you will sort of see what we mean with that. Because
it might take some practice if you're not used to seeing stuff like that. I mean, obviously you don't draw a door because it's square.
Yeah.
It's done.
But it's not as simple. Like draw a door and try to make it look good.
Yeah, exactly. And then you sort of open it a bit. What does it look like then? And so on and so forth.
Yeah, getting to know objects. Just draw, like, for example, let's take something more inspiring than a door. And take 2 doors. No, just kidding. No, but take an object that you have, like a little action figure or something.
Perfect.
Forget all the detail on it. Break it down, sort of like, I'm thinking of like a what do you call those? Like
the bobblehead?
Bobblehead, yeah. Or like any of those like pop culture icons, those like, I don't know what they're called. You know what I mean?
The pops? No.
Pops, yeah, something like that. I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, fuck it.
I got one.
But just grab like something that is simple in shape, so it's not too advanced in the beginning, and then draw it. Like draw it standing up, draw it 45 angles. If it changes the sort of thing, put it down, put it upside, just draw it in a couple of different ways.
Yeah.
And then you will sort of get to know that object. And it's so simple, but it's so difficult and so boring to do. But it's really valuable. And I think any like learn to draw comics will sort of show you that breakdown.
Yeah. So Mimo is asking how much longer we're gonna go for.
Oh shit, I have no idea. Oh shit, we're 120.
We're on 20, so we're gonna keep it to maybe 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, we only have 13 minutes left, so.
Okay. We have one more question. Opinions on tracing. Crazy smiley face. And it's again from my favorite Johnny.
Ex-sniper.
Johnny Sniper. I don't know why I have to say it like Asian style. Sorry. I love tracing. I think it's genius, it's easy, it's good. But depending on what you're doing with it, of course. Tracing for me is the way Ilias described the whole learning process of if you need to do a car or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I do it sometimes. Like if I'm doing, well, it's mainly only for tattoos that I'm tracing, because otherwise I will draw it myself.
Yeah.
But for tattoos, sometimes you need to work really quick and you need to get shit done.
Yeah.
And you need to make it look 100%.
And the client might be sitting just behind you waiting.
Also. Yes.
So like, oh, I'm just going to spend 4 hours. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll just
No. So you need to really just do it. But, okay, I'm going to stick with cars. Say I'm doing a car then.
Yeah.
So I'm tracing the car. But while I trace it, I start understanding the lines in the car. That way, it's sort of saved in my memory bank, and then I can... Well, I can't recreate the same car, obviously.
No.
Again, I don't have photographic memory and stuff, but I understand the lines.
But you get something that you remember, at least.
Of course, yeah.
You have like 2-3 things that you remember, which is more than you had before.
Exactly. And it's, again, I mean, because I don't draw the same face multiple times, but I draw different faces. But with each face I do learn something. I see the common denominator of faces, like, okay, these lines in the eyes, or that thing on the nose, or... So it carries with me, and that way, that's why I'm so fast now, because I understand the anatomy of a face and how to build it up quickly, and that's how I work. So it's just, I mean, it is exactly what Ilias has been saying, only I'm not doing the same thing, the same face over and over and over, and making it better. I keep evolving with the next thing. So I do one, it's done, next, and so on and so on. Yeah, go get coffee, Mimo.
Yeah, and just to tie it back into getting shit done that we've talked about, I'm gonna tie in another thing from a previous episode that we've talked about.
Nice.
Is like, if you have a certain way of doing things, or if you don't, figure out what the common sort of things that you do in your work is. Like, I build up faces like this, I always draw the eyes like this, or like anything that you can sort of automate. Like, I always do this, and it takes me about this amount of time. Always do that for stuff that you like, if you want to be efficient. So your personal style should be the thing that you can do fast, at least. Like, okay, I need to draw this person. This is how I break my process down. When I do live streams with some of you that like join in, when I'm telling you how I solve a lot of problems, it helps me like, oh, I should only do it like that. You know what I mean? Things that I didn't think about before, the way that I break down anatomy or, like gestures. When I explained it to you guys, how I do my foreshortening and everything, it's really helped me process my own way of working. So if you have a friend, explain to them how you draw. Yeah. Because that'll give you a lot of... Or live stream, Yeah. And explain the way you work. Because it's going to help you automate, like a lot of your steps.
Yeah, you're going to start thinking in a whole different way.
Yeah.
And open up your brain. Like, because that's the best thing I get out of actually teaching. Like when I teach my breakdance kids. Because it helps me understand the moves so much more.
Instead of just doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to like really analyze what the fuck you're doing. And that's difficult. That's really difficult. Especially when you do stuff like we've been drawing all our lives. We haven't been thinking about how we draw. So now, like it's all animated or like we just do stuff. So if we get asked a question in the middle of it, it sort of takes us, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's difficult.
It is.
But yeah, that's great practice, and it will help you master everything.
We have one more question.
One more question.
Last one.
Last question.
Ingvild_Fossheim asks, do you have any tips on what some of the first things to figure out when you want to start to go all in and focus on drawing and illustration as a job?
Holy fuck.
It's a very big question. We don't have a lot of minutes left, but
that's its own episode.
That is its own episode, and we have answered it sort of.
Yeah.
But just to break it down into the is figure out what you want to do, like what type of work you would be interested in doing, and then look up people that are doing that job, a couple of different levels, see if you are somewhere around that area of expertise in your skills as a junior, as a, whatever, like at least a junior. Like I'm learning, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Sort of like I could get hired or ask someone like Sketchbook Heroes or Robert or me to give you an opinion, someone that can give you an honest answer and like, oh, you're very good. Whoa. So figure out where you are skill-wise and then just work on it like until you have it.
Yeah.
Because if you work with the intent of getting better, guess what happens? You get worse. No, you get better. So I would say find what you want to do, find out what you want or what you need to make that happen, and then just fucking work for it. Because it's the only thing that we have time to say.
Did you just go Beyonce on this?
Oh shit! I have no Beyonce references.
Wait, no,
sorry,
that's
buddy.
Not Beyonce. What the fuck?
I have no
idea. I
idea.
don't know who does that song. Minute, work.
I have no idea. It's not.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I'm too old.
Figure out what you want to do, how you're gonna reach it, and then work for it.
Yeah.
Those are the best things. And then get a part-time job. Minimize all your other activities to a bare minimum. Like I earn money for my expenses and some extra money. And then focus on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Go all in, like we've talked about. Like minimize so you can survive with some extra cash, and then just go for it.
It was Rihanna. That was a Rihanna song. Ooh, thank you.
Rihanna did. So we're wrapping up this episode. And yeah, you can find us on sketchbookheroes.com or at Elias Patlis
or at Rob Ekblom. And hope you guys liked this episode.
Yes.
Sorry it was maybe a little bit jumpy back and forth.
I loved it.
Going in and out of live streaming on Instagram. And yeah, sorry guys. Sometimes we are just a big mess. But in our defense, it has just been Midsummer's Eve holidays, and Robert's brain is still bubbling. So we are out of here. Time to go to bed.
And also follow us on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, please. Remember to subscribe on YouTube.
And also leave reviews on iTunes because we love you.
Yeah, just bombard us with love and stuff. Hashtag your stuff. Tag us in your stuff.
Oh, yeah. Use the Sketchbook Heroes hashtag. Because it's awesome.
It is. Emmy says thank you. And Kopta Gnome, thanks guys.
Yes, Ingvild Fossheim says thank you, love you guys for doing this podcast.
Thank you.
Emmy wrote the same thing she wrote to you.
Emmy, which side are you on? God damn it, we can't take it.
The Sketchbook Heroes side.
Nice one. Yeah.
So now we need to talk. Awesome stuff until it runs out. I don't know.
But yeah, so no, it's been awesome. It's been really nice chillaxing with all you guys.
Yeah.
Super
nice to actually have you on screen. Or have your avatars on screen.
And really, really thanks for being so
involved.
Yes, exactly. Participating. Participant. Thanks for writing stuff. Yeah. Because you guys actually made this episode today. So, thanks.
Yeah, and we're 150 followers away from actual really good live streams on
Yes.
YouTube.
So 150 to go. So tell all your friends, tell all your family. We don't care. We just need to
like
get
have
up.
your grandma follow us on
Yeah,
YouTube. Like
that's-
make her an account.
'Cause
Doesn't have
that
to be
way-
real.
Or go in and make her a fake account.
Or make her
make fake accounts.
Fake accounts. The worst. Just make fake accounts on all social media things and follow us. We don't need real followers.
It's okay.
We just
it's
need
okay.
like empty followers.
Yeah. Live stream.
Live stream. We're like a oh, this is worse.
Idiots. Oh man.
So,
With that said,
we need a song.
you need a song?
We need a song.
Man, I wanna mark.
I
Mark.
don't know how that song goes.
It's stuck in my brain now. And still Ed Sheeran. The Shape of You.
Shape of You, yeah, but that was
Fuck.
good.
Yeah.
Emmy's favorite song.
Yeah. Thank you, Emmy. Like, now it's never gone from my head because I can't stop. You know?
I
Yeah.
have no song.
Why don't you have a
accept-
song? You're the singy guy.
Singy, sing. That song.
Nice. Minute ago. Song. The sketchbook song. Ooh, that's scandalous. And the hoop and the hat and the habitus.
And the pen that looks so
It's
scandalous. And the bitty bunny go with the hip hop box. And you move to the boob, the never dots. And we're living la vida loca. She had pens like a drum.
Baby, move your butt.
I think I sing it again. And we're out.
Yeah.
You're welcome. That was garbage.